Hello there, folks. This here, on the right of your screen, is Jim Dale. And to quote from a biography I found on him, Jim is the founder and the senior meteorological consultant at British Weather Services. He has over 35 years' experience of working within weather impact circles, including stints with the British Royal Navy, Formula One, and Ford World Rally. He is rightly regarded as one of the world's leading authorities on all things meteorological, including pivotal aspects of climate change. He is also the author of Whether or Not, a book that highlights the personal and commercial impacts of weather and climate change. On the left of your screen, this is Julia Hartley-Brewer. And to quote from a biography I found on her, Julia is an insufferable bellend. I should have perhaps found a better. It'll do. Now we have gotten the introductions out of the way, how would you like to see what happens when a world-renowned meteorologist and climate change expert debates climate change with a world-renowned insufferable bellend? Well, my friends, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, I think it's the direction of travel. I think if you cast your mind back, when tobacco was in fashion and everybody thought it was a healthy thing to have and do and fashionable, etc., it was all over F1 cars and other places, and bit by bit and little by little, people woke up and realised, and now there's no.
You're comparing oil and petrol and diesel with cigarettes. Now, cigarettes, I'm not a fan of cigarettes. Never smoked. No time for it. It's a product which, when used as directed, will kill you. It doesn't have any other uses, whereas fossil fuels do, don't they? Because they actually make it, they give us industry. They've given us the Industrial Revolution, all of the benefits of the wonderful life that you and I now lead right now. They allow us to travel, allow us to heat our homes, allow us to cool our homes, allow us to make products, life-saving products, including, major health products that can save lives. I mean, they do actually have a purpose. They're not quite the same as cigarettes, are they?
No, they're not.
You just use that. You just liken them to cigarettes.
No.
Oh, typically goddamn disingenuous from Julia Hate-Brewer here. What he's saying is, not that I need to tell you people, but I like the sound of my own voice. There was once a time when well over 50% of the population smoked, and then scientists researched the effects of smoking. The conclusion was, cigarettes are terrible for public health, and the public were gradually educated about the dangers of smoking. And now, despite massive propaganda and pressure from the smoking lobby at the time, fewer than 15% of people continue to smoke. Julia here is the fossil fuel equivalent of a smoking lobbyist. She has no formal education in climate change, but speaks like she does, and attempts to discredit people who do by behaving like a clown in their presence, as you are about to witness.
No, I'm comparing
just did.
Well, if you let me speak, this is the direction of travel, if you like. We're realising that the oil and gas and fossil fuels per se are beginning to have a huge and increasing effect on the climate and ecosystems throughout the world. More so, I mean, we've just had the hottest confirmed June on record.
It didn't feel that warm to me.
Well, it was.
I mean, by the way, early July, I just wore a coat in this morning because
Julia,
it was so cold.
It was a sustained heat, and let me just say, the sustained heat made it 0.9 degrees more above. Yeah. Well, you laugh. Okay. So, look, if I put
hold on a minute.
Julia,
what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. If you give me the chance to actually make the point.
My God, look at the smug face on it. Like she has actually achieved something meteoric through that strange theatrical outburst. I don't know how he managed to stay so composed. This is his life she is taking the piss out of. The focus of his work for the best part of half a century, and he's got some grifter taking the piss to his face. It actually goes on, and it gets, well, perhaps not worse, but more immature.
Small does count, okay? And small,
that's what men have been telling me for years.
Huge in climatological terms.
Ugh. God. The very thought of that makes me shudder. Ooh. Look at her though. She's especially pleased with that Christmas cracker Willy joke. The debate didn't really get much better from here, to be honest, all thanks to just Hartley-Brewer's total disregard for experts. She is very much Michael Gove in a frock. Reading some of the comments beneath the original video was like wandering into the canteen at a prison for the criminally insane. I understand it's an echo chamber. Hell, some people would describe my channel as an echo chamber, but at least I, or we, can apply some critical thinking. The amount of people in those comments saying Jim Dale must have loads riding on the, quote, climate con, unquote. They never seem to acknowledge the fossil fuel lobby is behaving in precisely the same way the smoking lobby behaved. Except fossil fuels do have practical uses, whereas the smoking lobby targeted the societal benefits to smoking. If you smoke, you are cool by default, etc. But the fossil fuel lobby is desperate to never relinquish their grip, hence why the climate change denial message was originally conceived, and unfortunately is stronger than ever. So we will, unfortunately, have to put up with the likes of Hate-Brewer here disrespecting people's livelihoods for a very long time. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you again soon.